looks like we've got a new Clones of the Republic set on our hands. For me, as a Black Series clone-only collector, it means that I have to buy a figure I don't want to get a figure that I want. So, we have the Yoda and Clone Commander Gree 2-pack. I will take a look at Yoda. I will look at him. And then I'll proceed to put him in a bag and probably sell him in a little bit after the set sells out. And Clone Commander Gree in white Phase 2 armor. Very interesting. It's basically like his Clone Wars Phase 1 armor, but Phase 2. Very, very cool. I guess it kind of shows that Commander Gree, his camouflage, I don't know why I said it like that, that he had on Kashyyyk was a environment-specific armor. And this is his more standard, Green Company 41st Elite armor. Still looks cool. Definitely missing, like, the suspenders and the extra little bits that his Kashyyyk armor has. And honestly, since Commander Gree, his Kashyyyk armor is literally, like, some of the coolest clone armor ever, I can't help but think of this as a downgrade, honestly. It's cool. It's cool as a more standardized Commander Gree, but it's definitely a downgrade from his camo armor. But this Yoda looks like the ultimate prequel Yoda for Black Series collectors. He's got his chair, he's got a hilt, saber, cane, and he's got an Angie face and a little bit of a smiley face. He looks very squat, though. He looks absolutely out of proportion. That, like, his arms are way too long. I am not vibing with the proportion on this Yoda. The Gree looks fine. He might have a normal head underneath. I hope so. I would love for him to actually have a face, but I've never seen it, so I guess I'll have to find out. Yeah, just a standard nice picture of good old Commander Gree. The description. Small in size, but wide. I'm not gonna do that. Small in size, but wise and powerful, Jedi Master Yoda played an integral role in the Clone Wars, including briefly commanding a subunit of the 41st Elite Corps on Kashyyyk. Clone Commander Gree, designation 1004, CC 1004. That's why my brother is JCC 1004, because Gree's his favorite. Assisted Yoda as second in command until Order 66 was enacted. Interesting how it's talking about Revenge of the Sith when this is not Revenge of the Sith Gree, but okay. I forgot to grab it. I will go and grab the standard Black Series Camo Gree to compare with this one. But yeah, I guess let's open this up. I got this from Shop Disney because I was not lucky enough to get it on Hasbro Pulse, because Hasbro Pulse literally gets 2 in stock at a time, I swear. And also, I don't like Hasbro Pulse. I don't have a Pulse Premium membership. Hasbro gets enough of my money. But yeah, let's open this up right here. We've got the all-important annoying piece of paper that always falls out and always ends up in annoying places. Figure-wise, we've got Yoda and his chair. I expected the bottom of it to be hollow like the old Phantom Menace version. But this is cool, honestly. I am very confident that this Yoda is going to get its own individual release. Probably with some more, maybe some different colors or something. But yeah, it's a very nice pack-in to have his chair. It makes it feel like a good value. Honestly, Yoda with the chair and everything, it feels like the same value as a standard figure, and I really enjoy that. Does he have tape? Yeah, of course. Of course there's tape. There's always got to be tape. Always got to be tape. Here's this tiny little lightsaber hilt that I'm sure I'm hopefully not going to lose, because like I said, I'm not keeping this Yoda. I made the decision a while ago to not get the Jedi Generals for the clones, because I figured it's like, when's it going to end, It's like, oh, should I get Ahsoka just to go with the Ahsoka clones? Should I get this? It's like, I collect clones, I don't collect Jedi. I've got 3 3/4-inch Jedi, but I don't know, dude. I don't need the Jedi in 6-inch, but the clones, I love the clones. I know there's some people that have been wanting me to do like a Jedi collection video. I don't know if I'd ever do that. I just don't care enough. I'm just not a big Jedi fan. They're cool, I guess, but all the lore, I know some Star Wars fans are super invested in lightsabers and the lore of the Jedi and how the Force works and all the different powers and the lightsaber forms. And it's just I'm very casual when it comes to that era of Star Wars. When it comes to that realm, I am very, very casual. I gotta see. Does he have a face? No, it's glued on. They glued the helmet on. I guess they didn't want to invest in Gree's silly haircut. Unfortunately, I feel like it's given him kind of a no-neck look because they glued the helmet on. Ew, gross. They did, like, color the head underneath. It's a tan head. But it's definitely very glued on. Oh, well, not the end of the world. Just kind of annoying since I feel like I thought we were past this. And this is a named character. But, oh well. Alright, so here's Clone Commander Gree, CC 1004. Looking very, very cool in his green deco. He is a use of the newest version 3 body, so he's got the shoulder pad that will move independently. Yeah, it's looking nice. I love the paint. The green paint I feel like is very nicely done. I'm not really seeing any blemishes or anything. The helmet looks good. We'll get a closer look at all of his details and everything. But yeah, as a Gree fan, this is cool. This is definitely a very cool addition to the Black Series clone collection. And this is something we have never seen before in action figure form. Like, we've never seen Phase 2 Gree in standard green. Like, we've never seen this. And I think it looks really cool. I'm definitely digging it. It's nice. I don't have too much else to say. The articulation seems pretty standard for the Black Series clones. Double ball joint at the head. Uh-oh. We're good. That's unexpected, though. His arm literally just popped off. Okay. He has a hinge. Does he have a hinge? Is this going to move or is this going to pop off? Oh my gosh, it's so tight. Oh, jeez. Well, hey, we can actually look at how it's assembled now. We can actually see how the shoulder pad is its own separate piece around the stem that plugs into the torso. I mean, I pretty much knew how it worked, but for those that weren't 100% sure, that's how the modern shoulder pads work, and honestly, it's the best figure shoulder pads I've ever seen. He's got a bit of a butterfly joint in there as well. It's not really moving too much, though. Here, let's get that. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, does this just not tab in? What is our malfunction, Commander Gree? What is our problem? Why are we not keeping our arms inside our bodies? Is that better? Okay, that's better. Bicep swivel, hinge and swivel at the elbow. He's got the wrists. He's got the stomach that can move. He can do the hula. He can do his legs. He can do his... Oh, wow. He can do his thighs. I guess they're stuck because his thighs are all painted green. He's got his knees, and he's got the separate floating knee pads now, which is very nice. So you can actually have that properly configured. Yeah, the 3.0 clone body from Black Series is definitely the best Black Series clone body. I still think the helmet sculpt is looking pretty nice. Still not 100%, and especially with this Commander Gree, I'm very disappointed that it's glued on. Because he's got that no-neck look going on with how it's glued. We'll get a little bit closer on his details. But I guess I want to look at Yoda a little bit. Yoda I am. Smiley I am. Let's remove his cloak. Let's undress him. What's he got underneath here? What's he got going on underneath the cloak? Well, it looks like just a standard ball hinge affair. Yeah. Definitely feels out of proportion. I feel like his head just looks way too big. His arms look way too long. This body's just so tiny and stubby, because this is a newer Yoda body. This Yoda body was made, I believe, to like be with the Dagobah Luke, I think? Question mark? But yeah, I don't know, like the head just looks so big. And the arms are so long, like... I'm not vibing, dude. I mean, it's not bad. But it just looks so weird, man. It just looks so weird. The articulation's pretty good, though. He's got knees. He's got elbows. He's got a big ball joint at the head, which I'm going to pop his head off, because this head sculpt... We can get a little close on Yoda here, because I'm not going to talk about him forever. The head sculpt is nice. That is really nice. A lot of nice paint. He's got the nice photo reel on the go. But I think this head looks cooler. The angry head. That's prequel Yoda right there. He's Angie. He's an Angie little Muppet boy. Come on. Oh! Jeez. Oh, that's tight. Oh, that's so tight. Such a tight connection. Alright, so he's Angie now. He does have his cane, which seems very, very small. But it does look like it'll fit in the hand. Yeah, it'll fit in the hand. That's good. That's good. So we can have the cane. But we can also give him his lightsaber. Just get that in the hand right there. He does have the little claws painted on his hands. That's cool. And on his feet. Does the lightsaber, like, go on the belt? It doesn't look like it will. It looks like it's literally just if you want him with an unignited lightsaber. I mean, if you're into other Black Series other than, you know, the clones, this is a decent Yoda. I just think it looks weird. It just looks a little too small for me. It's mostly just the arms. The arms look way too long. Will he sit in his chair? Yes. He will sit in his chair. Oh, wow. The cushion's actually a softer plastic. That's weird. That's kind of cool, though. Because that's a red plastic, and that's a gray plastic. Yeah, he'll sit. He'll sit. He'll vibe. He's definitely not vibing right now. He's angry. He's got his lightsaber ignited. He is not having a good time right now. But yeah, he works with that. Here, since I'm a little bit more zoomed in now, taking a look at Gree's details, yeah, the paint seems pretty spot on. I say as I'm noticing that this cheek is absolutely misaligned. This cheek is in all the way. This cheek is not. Yeah, that sucks. That's bad. But other than that, I guess it's not too bad. It's looking pretty decent other than that. Looks like the black stripe along the helmet's it's kind of like missing right there. The visor's filled in all the way though. Appreciate that. Yeah, definitely not perfect paint. And I mean, mine literally, the arm was popping off. So I guess QC's a little rough on Gree. Not too bad. It's got a couple little weird points, at least on my copy. But yeah, it's Commander Gree. Very basic striping. He's a, green clone. Let's bring in the other Gree, because I forgot to grab him. So here's our 3.0 body white and green Commander Gree, with our 1.0 body camouflage Kashyyyk Commander Gree. The Commander Gree here was one of, the very first Black Series clones. I think it was within, the first 10 they ever did. I did, a old video, really early Clone Corner or something that was, every Black Series clone. And, I mean, Gree was there. He was very early on. I think he was Toys R Us exclusive in 2015, I think. Very, very cool figure. Still one of my absolute favorite Black Series clones. The detail on this Gree is exquisite, and I genuinely don't feel like Hasbro would ever give us a figure with this much deco ever again. He's got this silver everywhere, all the little deco patchings, tons of wear on the knee pads, tons of different paint on the thighs. He has different colors and textures on the helmet. He's got silvers, grays, whites, greens, dark greens, visor greens, blacks, just on the helmet alone. And he has a new torso mold with the backpack, the extra little canister, the suspenders, the antenna. He's got a new thigh mold with a little pouch right there. He's got a new accessory with the binoculars. This Gree rocks. And this Gree is neat, I guess. I'm not vibing as much. If I got to pick between the two, obviously the 3.0 body is the better body, but in every other regard, good old classic Revenge of the Sith, Kashyyyk Camo Gree takes the cake for me. I am a huge Commander Gree fan, not only because it's my brother's favorite, but also because he's the most militaristic clone troopers have ever looked and ever will look. Gree and his 41st Elite are the most real-world looking Star Wars troopers I believe we have ever seen. And it's so cool, that we at least have the, Camo Gree and Black Series. I hope we get the 41st Elite Scouts, the Kashyyyk troopers. And honestly, for me, if you ask me, how I feel about Gree just having basic white white and green deco armor, It's whatever. It's whatever. It'll never be Gree in my mind's eye. It'll never be, like, the main Gree for me. It's just, I guess, non-camo Gree, but, here's the comparison. Alrighty, guys, there we go. Here is the look at the Clones of the Republic 2-pack with Yoda and Commander Gree. It's cool. It's cool. Definitely not as exciting for me as the, Purple Mace Windu clone. The 187th is just so unique and special. And this is an interesting interpretation of an iconic clone trooper, but not one that I feel like anyone was really asking for. I feel like this set would have definitely benefited from, like, the bandolier and a Phase 1 helmet just to knock that Gree out. And hell, it would have made me buy 2 of them. If Hasbro bothered to include alternate helmets and extra gear with clones like they did back in the day, they would sell a lot more. But it's whatever. They decided they just want every collector to just get 1 or 2 of this set. Meanwhile, the 187th set, that was an army builder. I'm sure there's so many of those Mace Windus floating around. It's cool. The Yoda's cool. If you need a Yoda in your Black Series collection, I do not. I will be getting rid of it. I don't need Yoda. I don't do Black Series, except the clones. And this Gree is cool. I'm looking forward to see what other Clones of the Republic Disney Store sets we get, because they're neat. They're definitely neat. Honestly, this Gree kind of feels like something that Vale's Toys would have made. It feels like that, even in the iffy paint application. Because sometimes Vale's Toys, sometimes their paint is perfect. Sometimes you're like, that's odd. But yeah, let me know what you think about this set down in the comments below. I think it's cool. I recommend it. But if you are not going after every clone ever, and you don't need this version of Gree, if you've already got the classic one, and you don't need a Yoda, you don't need this set. It's for those that, if you look at these, if you think you want them or need them, buy it. It's cool. Special shout out to channel members, as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, guys. And let me go ahead and get this Yoda bagged up. Once the set sells out, I'm going to make a mega profit because I'm a scalper!